So welcome everybody to the semifinals of the Next Generation Water Action. We'll just give it one more minute for the last people to join, and then we'll get started. All right, everybody, a warm welcome and thank you all for taking your time to join today's semifinals in the Next Generation Water Action. Thank you to the participating students, to the jury, the partners, the mentors who are joining here on the AirMeet virtual platform, and welcome to those of you who are joining the live stream directly on YouTube or through our website. My name is Marie-Louise Polman Larsen, and I'm the program manager of Next Generation Water Action. I'm today going to facilitate the semifinals together with my colleague Levke Uben and a fantastic team that is right here with me behind the screen to make sure that this becomes a smooth process for all of us. Today we are streaming live from DTU Skylab, which is the hub for technology-based innovation and entrepreneurship located at the Technical University of Denmark. And we are extremely excited to hear all the ideas and the interactions today, because together with strong partners, we have been able to involve more than 100 young students since February to work with 5 defined water challenges. This semifinal today will provide the stage for 5 teams of students and young researchers who have been working on the water challenge brought forward by the public policy think tank of the government of India, NITI Aayog, as well as Atal Innovation Mission AIM, that is the government India's flagship initiative to create and promote a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship. The challenge targets water resource and large-scale water management, and the overview here sees the 5 student teams that we're going to give the stage today to present the ideas that they have developed and invite the jury to have a Q&A session with them. This is also the order that they're going to present, so we'll start with the first team from India, then we'll have a team from South Korea, the second team from India, the final team from India, and then we will conclude the pitch session with the team from Denmark that will be presenting in the end. But before we do that, I also just want to highlight that the student teams that has been working on this challenge comes not only from different nationalities, but has also diverse academic backgrounds. So they have both been working within their studies, but also very much beyond the studies to try and take this rather broad water challenge and trying to look how their academic backgrounds could pave the way for a new idea and a new solution that they will be presenting today. So I hope you're all going to be inspired and get some new perspectives on this specific water challenge today. And following the pitches, there will be the opportunity for those of you that are participating through AirMeet to have an informal interaction with all the student teams, where you will again go into the lounge that also were presented to you when you joined the meeting today. We also encourage all of you to be curious and proactive in reaching out, both for the students, but also for the other people joining today, to hopefully build new connections that goes beyond the initiative itself. Those of you that are not part of the jury also have the opportunity to provide and offer your mentoring and sparring going forward to the student teams. On our website, Next Generation Water Actions, and the live stream of this semifinal, you will find below a form that enables you to offer and provide additional mentoring time to specific teams in case you're interested to be connected to them going forward. And I believe also the link will be shared here on the platform. But before we give the stage to the student teams to present and interact with our jury panel, I would first like to welcome two representatives from our partners who have brought forward the challenge and together with colleagues have provided vast mentoring, sparring and support along the way since February, which has been absolutely valuable and really of high interest for us to see how that has been going on. So first on this virtual stage, I would love to welcome Dr. Chintan Vaishnav, representing NITI Aayog, to give a short welcoming speak. We have to keep it quite short, so I may indicate when the time's up, but we'll give you 5 minutes now to set the stage for this fantastic semifinal. So Dr. Chintan, I can see you on video, and I hope that you're also live with the audio. Can you hear us?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Fantastic. All right.
Good.
The stage is yours.
Okay, 5 minutes. All right. Good. Well, it's great to be here, and thanks for that introduction. I am not only, I don't only serve as the mission director for Atal Innovation Mission, I am also an innovator in the water space. So this challenge is quite close to my heart. On behalf of AIM and NITI Aayog, let me congratulate and welcome all of the innovators, the jury members, and the audience for this India-specific semifinals of the Next Generation Water Action Program. So last few months, as you know, have been quite challenging for all of us, but it has been very inspiring to see these young innovators stay focused on a long-term solution for a long-term challenge like water. The 5 teams, as you heard, let me announce their names very quickly, that have worked for India Challenge, and I thank them for doing so. From Denmark, Martin Anders Hellesen, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, Dong Woo Kang from South Korea, and then 3 teams from India led by Vaishali Chaudhary, Prem Kumar, and Neeraj Kumar Sa. We also have 3 other teams through this challenge that are participating in Ghana, Denmark, and Brazil specific challenges. So this is, the excitement of this goes beyond this particular event today. I also want to point out that NITI Aayog and AIM is really an ideal place for such a challenge because water is such an interdisciplinary issue. And sitting in the central think tank, we have the capacity to cut across the line ministries. As you know, we may divide ourselves into groundwater and surface water and industrial water and agricultural water and health water and whatever. The water itself is all rainwater. It doesn't really care. It cuts across these boundaries. And so we are really the ideal place to run such a challenge. This initiative has also brought together Atal Innovation Mission and the Innovation Center of Denmark, which will not only support these teams, but the teams to come in the future. That's our hope anyway. Of course, as I close and welcome you, I want to also thank several partners without whom this challenge would not have been possible. The 3 types of partners are academic partners from IIT Bombay, Delhi, and Madras, the incubation partners from AIC Sangam and FICE, and then several water experts, whom I'll quickly name: Divyang Vagela, Dr. Pavan Kumar, Vishwanath Srikantaya, Mr. V.K. Madhavan, Ms. Vandana Menon, Professor Pennan Channaswamy, Dr. Tarannum, Mr. Nand Kumar, and Manish Vasuja. So thanks to all of these experts. I look forward to hearing from the innovators today, and irrespective of what is the outcome, we are committed to continue their journeys and support them in addressing this important water resource challenge for the nation. So I wish everyone good luck, a very best, and welcome to the challenge. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Chintan, and equally thank you for the partnership that for us goes well beyond the semifinals and the finals of this initiative, but hopefully can be able to build new collaboration initiatives that builds new connections between Denmark and India, and having young entrepreneurs and students being the driver of these collaborations. As you also said, I want to extend both our thoughts but also gratitude that you have been working with a high commitment to enable this in a very challenging time also from India, where the situation of Corona is developing in a way where you cannot be able to meet and be together, but also that it has a very big emotional effect on a lot of you. So we're extremely grateful for your dedication, but also professional contribution in this initiative. And as you perfectly highlighted also, this has been a collaboration where the Innovation Center Denmark in India and the Embassy of Denmark in India has been a key partner for us to build this relationship and collaboration across. And that's also where we are really happy today to have our second welcome speaker from our partner side, which is Mr. Tobias Kroning, from today representing the Innovation Center Denmark, to also provide a short welcoming before we start the pitches now. So Tobias, I know my colleagues now will welcome you on the stage, and then the stage is yours. Let's see if we can get you connected. Yeah, we'll give it 1 second here. Yes, I can see you now. Tobias, are you with us with audio?
With audio, yes. I'm not sure if I can't see myself, but that's okay.
You might be able to activate the camera in the lower bar to see the video. I can. Otherwise, yes, there you are. Fantastic.
Apologies.
All right.
The stage quite right.
Goes to Tobias.
Thank you very much. Hi, everyone. Thank you to Dr. Chintan for the opening remarks. My name is Tobias Kroning. On a daily basis, I work at the Danish Environmental Protection Agency, and I'm the program manager for the government-to-government cooperation between Denmark and India on water. As it was rightly said, I am to some extent also here on behalf of Innovation Center Denmark today, but I know that Jette Bjerrum is also here, the Consul General of the Innovation Center in Bangalore. So I think she will also take part in the later sessions. In September of 2020, the Prime Ministers of Denmark and India agreed to strengthen the bond between our two countries through a green strategic partnership. One of the main pillars of the partnership is water. So I'm extremely thrilled to be here today as part of the endeavor to ensure that Danish and Indian knowledge and experience within water is shared. Thank you very much to NITI Aayog, ICDK, DTU, and the Next Generation team for convening us all. And thank you very much for addressing the issue of water resource management. NITI Aayog is the most central partner when it comes to innovation in India, especially when it comes to water. So the potential of the strong collaboration between NITI Aayog and ICDK and hence the collaboration between India and Denmark on innovation is huge. Such a partnership and the meeting today between countries, academics, businesses, and most importantly, bright minds, such as yourself, enables great ideas to meet, and it shortens the path where ideas become reality. So the Danish Environmental Protection Agency, where I'm from, has been tasked with supporting the National Jal Jeevan Mission of India. It's an enormous and ambitious program that aims to provide drinking water to all rural households throughout India. What is so disheartening about water issues globally is the scale of challenges that face us today. It's the contamination and the depletion of our water resource. It's the unequal allocation of the burden and hardship of accessing safe drinking water. And it's the centuries of inaction by so many. What is so uplifting, though, about water issues globally is the enormous pool of talent, ideas, and innovation. And that is where you all come in. Being involved in water, you are often overwhelmed by the amount of technology, high-tech gadgets, and advanced and hugely expensive solutions that flood the market. What I often find to be the case is that these solutions forget the end user and the market they are appealing to. Affordability, accessibility, and scalability should be a criteria for all solutions. But what we see today in the pool of semi-finalists is exactly where technology is spot on. You are all addressing issues that are at the top of the agenda if we are to ensure a sustainable water resource in India, but also globally. You are addressing the fundamental criteria for safe drinking water by monitoring the quality and quantity of surface water. You are enabling our water bodies to breathe and improve by cleaning heavily contaminated wastewater before it reaches our rivers and oceans. You're finding new ways to cost effectively detect emerging contaminants. You're providing data to limit the loss of water in the distribution system. And you're ensuring the well-being of peatlands and at the same time improving its inherent ability to capture CO2. In short, some of the most pressing issues of the water sector today and in the future. So thank you all for giving me the opportunity to put on a shirt and say a few words. And thank you for listening. I look forward to hear all the pitches today and to collaborate in the years to come. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tobias, for a very inspiring talk here and for joining and taking the time here as a speaker today. It was a pleasure having you here on our stage. Welcome also from my side. I am Levka. I am the project coordinator as well as the Young Academics Track League, and I have been working with the student teams together for the last 3 months. And now I'm also very excited, of course, to hear their outcome and the pitches that they will be showing and delivering today. Before we get started with the main session, of course, I would very much like to introduce the judges and get them all on stage here. First of all, I would like to welcome here as a representative of NITI Aayog, Dr. Penan Chinansamy, who is not only representing NITI Aayog, but has also been interacting with the teams very intensively during the last months as a challenge representative and is further anchored in his research at IIT Bombay. Additionally, also representing NITI Aayog, we will be having A. Nanda Kumar joining here, who is from IIT Madras, the CEO of International Center of Clean Water. Welcome, A. Nanda Kumar.
Thank you.
Further, our initiative has been developed in close collaboration. I can just quickly check where the echo is coming from here. Well, perfect. I can continue now. I was just hearing an echo. But I was just saying that our initiative has also been initiated and conducted in very close collaboration with the International Water Association. That is why we have been teaming up with each of the country's young water professionals, and we're very excited to have here Dr. Niti Yadeya joining as a representative of the IWA India. Further, we will be having from our very own organization, from DTU Skylab, we will be having Linda Weiss joining the jury, who has been leading the Young Academics track and the initiative the last 2 years, and therefore has a very great experience when it comes to the initiative. And we hope, Linda, that you will be enjoying your seat here from a new perspective as a jury member. And last but not least, we also have a special guest from the ICDK Bangalore. It's a great pleasure to welcome here and introduce Jette Bjerum, who is the Consul General and also the Head of Trade and Innovation in the Innovation Center Denmark in Bangalore. Thank you very much for joining. I hope we have all of the judges here on stage. And it looks great. Welcome to all of you. Thank you very much for taking the time, and we're excited for the pitches that are to come next. However, first I will, perfect. I would quickly run you through again the pitch setup, just to make sure that we're all on the same page and that also the listeners on the external stream here on our live stream will be aware of what will be happening during the next 1.5 hours. So the way the pitches will be set up is that we will have, as Marie has introduced, 5 student teams joining here, and each of them has prepared a 3-minute video pitch, which will set the stage for their pitch. So we will be playing the video on the stage, and while we are doing that, we will get 2 representatives of the team on the stage. Once the video has finished, then that team will give a 30-second live pitch to you, which is then followed by a Q&A. And then we have here a little bell, just so that you've heard it before, which will be indicating when your 30 seconds of pitch time as well as the Q&A session is over. Perfect. Then last but not least, let's have a look at what you will actually be here evaluating today. So why are we having the semifinal actually? So first and foremost, the aim, of course, is to select 2 finalists from the NITI Aayog and Atal Innovation Mission Challenge for our grand finals, which we'll be taking next week. At those the 2 finalists at the finals can then be competing for the track winner of the NITI Aayog challenge, but also to win the IWA scholarships to travel to and be invited to Copenhagen in 2022 to the World Water Congress. In addition to those awards for the finalists, we also have 2 awards that we will be deciding here today at the semifinal. And one of them is the best pitch. So the jury members will also be evaluating your pitches, both the blog post and also the live pitch and the pitch video here. And then we will be selecting the best pitch across all of the teams, the 21 teams that have been participating in our initiative. And last but not least, NITI Aayog will have the special role today here to decide of which team will be winning the acceleration scholarship, which is a monetary award of 1,000 euros that will accelerate the solution of the acceleration winner here, which will also be selected today at our semifinal. So very exciting program. We're ready to listen to the pitches. So I would say let's get started. Let's watch the first video, which was produced by a team from India, Team 1. Which is Vaishali and Kausalya. And I will just put up the pitch video. And while we do so, our team will help you get on stage.
Hello everyone. So let me take you back to the year 2007, which has a significant importance in Indian water monitoring. It was in this year that first time a new category of pollutant, that is emerging contaminants, were discovered in Indian water bodies. Now, with more than a decade past, around 3,500 of such chemicals have been discovered globally. However, their continuous monitoring is a task due to cost and skill-intensive process. Accordingly, we take up this challenge to develop easy, portable and sensible detection tool for measuring one such pollutant, that is triethylamines. Triethylamine is a common solvent used in pharmaceutical, textile and pesticide industries and has been listed as a hazardous water and gaseous pollutant, thus emphasizing on the need of regular monitoring of triethylamines in our water bodies. So how should we measure triethylamine continuously? Is it possible? Are there any ways? Yes, there are ways. For this, we introduce you to our solution, that is CATS, Colorimetric Affordable Test Strip. With CATS, one can identify triethylamine by simple spot-on and dip check method. With CATS, we give you the superpower to visibly find out the presence of toxic micropollutant like triethylamines in our water bodies. Not only this, with CATS, we extend our market to industries and wastewater treatment plants by introducing IoT-based system which enables sensible detection, reliable storage of data, and an early warning system to prevent water bodies from contamination. With CATS, we can save chemical, time, and money. A sensitive detection with CATS can be obtained at a cost of $0.1 per sample. Other than the advantage of biodegradability and portability, with CATS, we can prevent water bodies from contamination and reduce the human health risk by 0.98%. So overall, consumable like CATS are a modern era of monitoring micropollutants. Thus, we invite you in this journey of sensible, reliable and affordable monitoring to make water a safe commodity. So, let's monitor intelligently and live safely. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Team India 1, for a great first pitch video. What a pleasure to watch your video here together. I can see you are both ready here. I can see Vaishali as well as Kausalya here on the stage. I hope you're with us also with the audio. And then I would say I will start the timer now, and then you have 30 seconds starting from now to pitch.
Hello everyone. So we work on developing colorimetric and portable sensors for measuring emerging contaminants like triethylamine. Our product is very simple in use. It can be used by simple dipping, scanning, and then storing the data using the mobile app. Compared to the traditional cost-effective and time-consuming technique, the CATS, our solution, can give you a detection at a cost of $0.1 within 5 to 8 minutes. With our solution, we invite you in this journey of monitoring intelligently emerging contaminants.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Vaisali, for a sharp pitch. And now I'm excited to hear the first questions of the jury. The way that I will be facilitating the session would be that I would all request you to turn the video on and then simply unmute yourself. And while doing so, give me an indication of that you are having a question. So let's see if there's a jury member unmuted who is there with indicating me a question. I can see Linda unmuted, and you're very welcome here to pose the first question to the team.
Yes, first of all, thank you to Vasily and the team for your very interesting presentation and pitch, also a very innovative idea of combining the sampling with the IoT product. I actually have two questions. So one, I was curious to understand if you have already had a chance to talk to any users that could be applying this, and then if you also have been already approached some other industry partners to collaborate to bring the solution forward.
Hello, ma'am. We are. Hello, ma'am. Okay.
Hi, yeah, I can hear
ma'am,
you.
we are in the initial stage of preparation of the strips, and we are targeting for multi-pollutant analysis using a single strip because it will be beneficial in the cost-wise as well as consumer-wise. So we are not in the scale-up stage now. So we need more verification of these strips, as well as at least we are trying to detect 3 or more pollutants using a single strip, and the feasibility of the strip storability and many other parameter needs to be tested. So we at present we are not communicating any partners, or we are not extending our work in the industrial level, ma'am.
Thank you for your answer here. Perfect. That question was answered. Great. And then I can see next Jette is unmuted, so you're very welcome to post your question.
Thank you very much, and sorry about the mess for me connecting. I tell you, there's a monsoon rain down here in Bangalore, so if connection is pretty poor, then it's probably because it's out of my hands, talking about water. I have a question. I come from the business investor perspective, so there are a lot of experts here in terms of the technicality of the product. I'm also a member of the Danish Business Angel Society, so I have some key focus areas in terms of the business model. I know it's very early, but I would definitely, as a, validating the case, be asking some questions around the business model. So one thing would be to hear more about the competition, because you say comparable to traditional methods. Perhaps you can't answer that in a simple question, but definitely looking at the outside world, what is the standard and why should we use a simple standard method, which I compliment you on, which I see can also be used not only for industry but also for the public use. But I'm definitely interested to hear more about your business model, because I can't see much about that. Thank you.
Ma'am, actually, the standard method for triethylamine so far is just gas chromatography, which is really need skilled operators. Apart from that simple operation side, there is a method with UV using complex reagents, and it is harmful. And so dealing of these methods need like a skilled operator. So our main goal is like people from the none of the scientific background also need to be benefited from our product. That is the main goal of this our product. So that's why we are telling that in apart from the standard method, this kind of strips will be so much useful for the like a low level and simple people and non-scientific people also can be benefited.
So basically, it's avoiding laboratory work. That's what you're saying, right?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Thank you very much for the clarification. And it's already my pleasure here to end the first Q&A session. So thank you very much to Team 1 from India. Great answers, great pitch. It was a pleasure having you on stage. And thank you for the jury for posing your questions. And we're curious to hear your next questions for the team, for the next team afterwards. That leads me already to introducing the next team, which is our Team 5 from South Korea. Our team from South Korea is Dongbo, Dongyeon, Yongyeon, Ikye, Hejun, and Wongyo. I will put up the video, and I hope we're having an issue here with uploading or playing the video. Let's see.
Let me introduce our challenge, IoT Smart Water Management Solution Sudan. First, we defined cost-effective digital water management in the context of the Indian Water Mission as the goal of this challenge. Today, an estimated 76 million people in India have no access to a safe water supply. About 26% of India's population practices open defecation. The problem we are focusing on is that there is no water usage data. There are various types of water intake sources such as tap water, water tanks, and pumps. We cannot measure data on how much it is being used. If we can accumulate big data on water consumption through IoT technology, efficient water management will be possible. To solve this problem, we focused on 3 keywords: power supply, inclusive platform, concern for water quality. Introducing Solution Sudan, designed to track water usage in areas that cannot be traced by countries or businesses. We intend to build an effective digital water management system by collecting water data used by individuals. We focused on self-powered hydropower device and long-range IoT network protocol. First, mount the device on the faucet and measure water consumption through self-powered hydropower and transmit to central server. And each device on each faucet becomes a network hub. In addition, we can add a water purification function or water quality measurement function. Early prototypes of the sensor and self-power system were completed. The accuracy of water consumption measurement is about 90% with an error rate of 10%, and each module becomes a hub and transmits data to a central cloud. To do this, it is necessary to form a minimum pressure, and the length is expected to be about 15 centimeters. This allows to collect data on water supply and usage. By measuring the amount of water supplied to each individual, we can calculate the water use and leak rates by region. Modules sell for $25 each. Solution Sudan can eliminate blind spots in water data. Data business is also possible if the amount of water collected by region is predicted by time through AI, and water leakage can be predicted during movement and distribution. This allows you to estimate the cost. Many can be achieved with the Unsustainable Development Goals. Smart water management solutions can save resources and create a sustainable city. Later, it can be installed on a wider variety of platforms via solar power. Extend water usage at a coverage by attaching it to agricultural or industrial facilities. This is the roadmap for the challenge. Technical development is complete. Prototype testing can help stabilize the technology and lower prices. The goal is to do a user test next March. We create a new water culture, IoT Smart Water Management Solution.
What a great pitch video. Congratulations to Team South Korea here. Very well conducted. Congratulations on that. I can see both Dongwo as well as Heejun with the team member is here on stage. Perfect. Looks great. And then we will start the 30-second pitch from now on. So you're ready to unmute yourself now.
Okay, thank you. It is expected that effective uh, data water management will be possible through our solution. We are focusing on notch effect. We designed the product and service to prevent a new water culture to people and to be possible to manage national water through data science. Our team is made of 6 people. Now we are working on a water industry startup under the name of Atal. We create a new water culture, IoT, water, okay, smart water management solutions. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dongvo. Great pitch. I hope we can hear the rest of what you were about to say when the jury starts to pose question here. So again, same procedure. The jury members are just very free to unmute themselves, and then I can see that as an indication that you have a question. Inanda Kumar, the stage is yours.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for a nice presentation of your system, both of you. The question I have is, you have put a lot of features at the end of the line. You have a quality measurement, you have temperature measurement, you have flow measurement, you have a filtration system, you have a display. So there's a lot of value that is created at the end of the line. Would you like to consider breaking it up so that your customer has some options and can bring the cost down? And have you really discussed with any potential users as to what they think about your solution, either in Korea or any other part of the world? Is the question clear?
Okay.
It's an expensive proposition, is what I feel, for India. It's $25 at the end of the line. So is there something that, because you already have an IoT enabled system so probably this information can be relayed through a mobile phone or something. You also have a display at the end of the line. So this is because it's a user point and there can be a lot of risk of handling issues there. So have you given it some thought in terms of, is that the best place to put it, or is there a better location where you can pick up the same information?
Okay. All made by ourselves. We can develop it ourselves. Our goal is under the $5. Korea has a high water supply rate, all of which are managed by a state. Water data across the country is uniform. All citizens also use water pipes. I have heard the India has data imbalanced by region. It is also hard to obtain and use not only water pipe but other water directly. Mm, the skills are similar, but uh, the goals are different. Mm, yeah.
Thank you, Dongvo, for a first clarification here. Let's see if we can get further question and further explore your solution. Penan, you're welcome to pose your question.
Hi, Danghu. Thanks for the very professional video pitch. So my question is, I think leading to Mr. Nandakumar's question is, what was the $25? Mostly, if you break up the $25 per system, where is the bulk cost involved? So that breakup, if you could give, then we can think about ideas to maybe embed in an already existing system. So that is the first question. And the second question is, what are the sensitivities or measuring capabilities of this instrument? Like sometimes, because why I'm asking is, not all taps have good water supply in India, and some have very, very low water supply. So will it be able to capture that water is the question.
Okay. Currently, the amount of power generation has been tested with a Korean supply and pressure. Structural design suitable for India's situation is required. The lo-fi model. This is a lo-fi model. However, it is tailored to the Korean environment and needs to stabilize communication and power generation and product system. So, if we can produce the OR system through OR system, we can reduce the cost and we can we can do this solution for India's situation.
I think that is a great closing comment here for the Q&A session with the team from South Korea. Hee-jun and Dong-Wo, thank you very much for joining the stage here and answering the judges' question. Again, it was a pleasure having you, and we hope you stay on the call to also watch the other teams' pitches here. Up next, the third team in our row today is the second team from India that we're having, which is the team from Prem and Chandan. So I will put up their pitch video again, and we are looking forward to seeing afterwards the live pitch here on the stage.
Fresh water, one of the most essential elements for a living, is inaccessible to 1 in 10 people in the planet. It is running out, and more than 5 billion people will face water shortages by 2050. Its unavailability leads to the deaths of 1.6 million kids each year. In India, scarcity of water affects hundreds of millions of people across the country. Unavailability of adequate water also causes farming distress due to drought, which even leads to farmer suicide. However, at the same time, hundreds of lives are lost and billions of expenditure incurred due to flooding, especially in the Brahmaputra and Gangatic plains. So, India faces a strange conundrum due to both water shortage and abundance. Therefore, we believe that India is water storage starved, not water starved. Therefore, it is vital to holistically assess the available fresh water resources and monitor it on real-time basis. With this aim in mind, our team of young academics would like to present the idea of systematic and real-time monitoring of quality and quantity of surface water using geospatial technology. We would like to succinctly call it Sense for Water. The core deliverables from the project are high precision volume estimation, impurity and quality assessment, and real-time dashboard integration. There are principal application of remote sensing techniques and its customized synchronization to develop the solution for near real-time monitoring of water bodies. First, detailed bathymetric surveys are carried out for the investigating body. It is already available for artificial reservoirs, such as dam, which we initially planned to work on with. Site-specific corner reflectors are designed to be installed in the water body to accurately monitor finest vertical displacement. We are well aware of the utility of microwave remote sensing techniques for studying the displacement of subjects in the Earth's surface. Next is the integration of the corner reflectors with the Sentinel-1 for deriving the near real-time volume of water. Pilot implementation was conducted for the Michigan Lake, deploying the corner reflectors, with available bathymetry data, in the United States. The results clearly reveal the volume variation of the lake. In further stages, we propose to carry out quality assessment, targeting chloro A, cyanophycocyanine, harmful algal blooms, etc. And finally an all-inclusive analytics dashboard with real-time feeds. Our team of aspiring entrepreneurs, backed by domain experts, dream for innovation intervention to solve prevalent water problems. Please support Sense for Water. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chandan and Prem, for your pitch video, which was really great. And I can see Chandan is here on the stage. Can we quickly do a check whether you're with us also with the sound here, Chandan?
Yes.
Perfect. The stage is perfect. The stage is yours. I will time the 30 seconds now.
Thank you. Sustainability of any form of life on the earth is linked to water. Therefore, it is imperative to real-time monitor water quantity and quality of available water reservoirs. Hello, I'm Chandan De, live representing the team here. I would like to further establish that our innovation can not only be a boon for digital water management, but can also be implemented to monitor water-related disasters such as river flooding, dam, reservoir breach, etc. Please invest in water for a healthy and sustainable future. Thank you.
Great timing, Chandan, and great pitch. I'm very curious to see what kind of questions you will be getting and being posted here by the jury members. And I'm inviting you, the jury members, again to unmute and ask questions. Pinan, you're very welcome to have this first spot here.
No, I can go next after another judge because I just... Okay.
Perfect. Then we will do it the reverse order. Jette, you're very welcome to ask the first question here to the team.
Well, what I'm interested actually to hear a little bit more about, how would you go forward if you had to, first of all, you have tested it in the US. How would that work in an Indian context? That's my first question. And number two, what would be the scalable model you would be looking at? Because how would you implement this in for example, in an Indian context in the existing system?
Well, yes. To answer the first question, like we actually tried to implement our project in India. We actually targeted the Chilka Lake in India. However, due to the COVID-19 restrictions, actually our project involved extensive traveling and in-situ testing. So we couldn't travel. Initially, we started it. However, we don't have any tangible lead to present it over here. So we asked one of our industry experts to implement the same in Michigan Lake because for the Michigan Lake, the bathymetry data is already available. So it was only about deploying the sensors and pilot testing it. And yes, our sensors are in the very early stage. Of course, I would like to accept it, and it needs to go through several incorporations. Like for example, we also would want to incorporate some sensors like the gyroscopic sensors and stuffs. And coming back to the second questions, in India, we would like to implement it for the dams, for the existing dams where we have the bathymetry data. So using our technology, we can actually have a real-time monitoring of the dam level, which otherwise is calculated manually.
Thank you very much for your answer here. I hope it provided some clarification for Jette's question. Next up is Pinan, as discussed, and you're very welcome to ask the second question here to the team.
Thank you. So Chandan, you said you have deployed it in the Michigan Lake, and you are saying that you had the bathymetry, but Michigan Lake also has the water level data. Did you compare your water level estimates against the Michigan Lake, which is the first question? And the second question is, unlike a house that you showed in your pitch, water is moving and there is always disturbance. Could be because of wind movement, water current, or even a fish. So those could actually displace your, by waves, I'm saying, displace your instrument because it's floating on water. How do you account for that? So just validating, and how do you account for the movement? Thank you.
Yes, to answer your first questions, the relative variation of the Michigan Lake pretty much matches with with our results, with the results derived using our corner reflectors. However, I find it imperative to mention that absolute measurement of water body in situ or using remote sensing is very challenging. And yes, to answer your second questions, actually, in developing the corner reflectors, we are integrating several factors. So yes, we actually even integration of IoT sensors so that all such errors could be looked upon. Yes.
Thank you very much. We do have time for a very short, precise last question or comment here, and I would invite NITI to do so. NITI, are you with us with your sound? I can see you're unmuted, but I cannot hear you yet. Let's try the following. Maybe you can just quickly refresh your browser, because that is sometimes the problem. And then we will make sure to take the next question from your side for the next team. But well, that then brings us to the end of this Q&A session with the second Indian team. Thank you very much, Sandan, for joining the stage and for answering all of the jury's questions here. And it was a pleasure also having your team participate in the initiative. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
And yeah, we can see some virtual applause. That is great. Super. We are up next for the next team here from Denmark. And the following video that you will be seeing from Team Denmark was developed by Martin, Magnus, Magdalena, Maja, and Jacob.
Hi, my name is Jacob, and I represent the Danish team behind Peter in the Next Generation Water Action competition. At Peter, our mission is to conserve peatlands by monitoring their well-being. Peatlands are the best carbon capturing tool on the planet. It covers around 3% of the land on Earth, but it captures almost 20 times more CO2 than rainforests by area. Thus, peatlands play a vital role in fighting climate change. And peatlands are particularly interesting to India, as India is home to several of the largest wetlands and peatlands in the world, particularly in the northern parts of the country. And as India has pledged to reduce their annual emissions by 35% in 2030 for the Paris Climate Agreement, the country needs constant insights into the health of these vital wet areas. Thus, there is a need for a reliable and accurate monitoring device for these hard-to-reach areas. One that complies with national regulations and that allows for real-time insights into the health of these peatlands. Initially, our business model is actually quite simple. Peter sells networks per unit to peatland owners, which are often local authorities. We do so by partnering with local partners that are closer to our customer, which then get a cut of each sale. Right now, the unit cost is about $165, and the unit sales price is 10 times that, leaving us with a unit gross margin on 90%, and we expect to hit a 95% gross margin in year 3. As a stepping stone, and to allow for faster prototyping, we have teamed up with 2 Danish partners. They are both part of a market estimated to $25 million, which is the perfect stepping stone before we turn our heads towards the $213 million water monitoring market in India. We compete with several established and large enterprises in this space, but they primarily focus on monitoring of rivers and lakes made for biologists and other educated personnel. We instead focus on monitoring of peatlands made for local authorities and farmers. Also, our data gathering platform on which we can add fleet detection and calculate risk of wildfires and other natural disasters really sets us apart from the competition in this space. Since joining NextGen, we've been really busy, particularly in getting traction on the Danish market, as a quick iteration loop and cash flow is exactly what we need before going to the Indian market. In particular, we have partnered with the owners of the largest peatland in Denmark and are about to close 5 more deals with other Danish companies and municipalities. At Peter, we are a team made of competent engineering students from the Technical University of Denmark, and several of us have entrepreneurial experience from previous endeavors. Also, multiple members of the team are determined to continue working on our product and business in Danish Tech Challenge, one of the largest startup accelerators in Denmark. Thank you so much for your time. We look forward to your questions and comments to help us help the world's peatlands.
Thank you for a great pitch video, Team Denmark, and we can see you have some really great graphic competencies also on your team. Really well conducted pitch video. I can see Magnus and Magdalena on stage here. I hope you're ready for your 30 seconds. And yeah, I will start timing them now.
Hi. We are Team 5 from Denmark. And in our project, we're trying to help farmers and local authorities in countries like India and Indonesia to monitor peatlands with the use of our device called Peter. And it provides a very nice way to automatically detect water tables in peatlands, which has a positive effect on climate change. And it's something that normally would be done manually, but instead it provides a simple and convenient way for farmers to do it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Magdalena. And I'm curious again and excited to invite the judges up on the stage to ask their follow-up questions to the team. Nanda Kumar, you're very welcome to start. And afterwards, maybe Niti, we can check again whether your sound input is working now.
Yeah, thank you, Magnus and Magdalena. That was a great presentation. What I'm sensing is that this product is already established in Denmark to some extent, and you're trying to make it adaptable to India. And if so, could you give me a quick appreciation of the? I understand there is an economic benefit. Also, there is an environmental benefit. But what is the economical benefit that Denmark would have obtained by paying the price that they are paying for this device? And how do you think it will fit into Indian economic environment?
Thank you for the questions. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sure. We have established. I can hear myself. Can some of you maybe mute?
Yeah, we can also hear an echo on our side. Try again now.
Yes, yeah. So we have established contact with some of the peatland owners in Denmark to begin a pilot project. So the economic benefits, it's more like the many countries are hugely investing in CO2 capturing, and actually one of the best ways to capture CO2 is utilize peatlands and wetlands, because they have like the natural processes of capturing these CO2 from the atmosphere. So that's, we are mainly focuses on if countries establish some kind of laws to peatland owners need to comply with, which are what we have been looked into in what's going on in Indonesia, where they have these kind of laws, where it's demanded from the government to you have to measure this. And we believe that in many other countries we follow up with these kind of laws because of the hugely focus on the climate changes.
Perfect. Thank you for illustrating your reasons behind starting here in Denmark and also in Indonesia. I'm curious to see whether we have follow-up questions from other jury members here. Perfect. I can see Penan is unmuted, and then you're very welcome to post the next question to the team.
Thank you. Since I'm just taking this option. Thank you. Mr. Magnus, you had a slide showing competing other companies who are very well established in the global market for monitoring groundwater, and the marketing abilities are already established. But there was one thing which is concerning is you said you don't need calibration. I think other than natural instruments, every instrument would have a calibration phase. So your working principle is not clear. Maybe you could tell, and why does it not need a calibration? Because calibration doesn't cost much. Most of these instruments, you just bring it to the lab, you calibrate it, take it back. That's it. Or you bucket there and calibrate it. So why won't yours need it? And again, the cost is a little bit high. So can you explain on it?
Yeah. Okay. First off, for the first part of the question about calibration, we have been in a talk with the guy who is doing the measurement for the Lille Vildmus peatlands right now, and their devices uses pressure to estimate the water table height, and to do that they also need another device to have the pressure on the top of the ground, and he had some hard times doing to make sure all these reference points also. So and for the calibration, we have some small calibration, but the main focus was that you don't have to have extra people to do this calibration. For the other device from Lille Vildmus, they told us they use the same amount of money on the device as in the setting up phase of the deployment of the product. So that's what we mean. We don't have to use a lot of manpower.
It works on pressure, but what does yours work on? The others work on pressure.
Ultrasonic. Actually, we have two different ways. to do it. We have also where it's not ultrasonic but light. So that gives us our device some issues for the range of how far the device can measure. But for the peatland and wetlands, the groundwater table is not that far down, so it's not an issue for the ones we have been started up in Denmark.
Perfect.
And,
I will just loop in here. Already time to wrap up your Q&A session here. It has been a great 5 minutes. I hope also for the judges some very clarifying answers posed by Magnus and Magdalena. So thank you very much for joining the stage and thank you for the judges for the questions. And I really enjoyed the presentation as well as the Q&A session here.
Thank you for your time.
Great. It's already time for the last team pitching on our next generation NITI Aayog semi-final stage today. And that is the third team, Team 3 from India. Team 3 from India consists of Nirai, Rohit and Shankar. And I'm very excited to show you their pitch video and what kind of solution the team has come up with.
Hello everyone, we are the team 5.IN3 of AIM ICDK Water Challenge, and we are actively engaged on developing prototype for industrial wastewater. Hi there, I am here to tell you about the story of a river which is suffering from severe pollution issues due to the undergoing modern civilization. Ganga, the longest river in India, is also believed to be the holiest one. The sacred waters of Ganga are considered as ambrosia. The same waters which are being contaminated by toxic heavy metal, ions and organic pollutants discharged from industries. And also to make the scenario worse, this river is bearing the loads of tons of untreated sewage from many major cities. Not only Ganga, but most of the rivers in this subcontinent is facing the same problem. The major source of these heavy metals in aquatic system are effluents from industries like electroplating, printing, textile, dyeing, battery manufacturing and pharmaceutical industries. Major pollutants of industrial waters are the organic contaminants and the heavy metals like cadmium, arsenic, chromium, mercury, fluoride, cyanide, phenols, etc., which exhibit high level of toxicity for both human and animals. Coming to the solution, our team has developed a new generation catalyst which is capable of encapsulating the heavy metals and the organic. As a result of encapsulation of arsenate, fluoride and chromates, we have determined the single crystal X-ray diffraction structure of our MO132 nanocluster, and here is the related efficiency. The highly efficient degradation of the carbon contaminants are achieved through MO72 Fe30 POM nanocatalyst as shown here. Although we have tested our catalytic activity over more than 50 pollutants, a summary is given here. Similarly, upon absorption of the heavy metals, we have also determined the single crystal X-ray diffraction structure of our MO132 SO4 nanocluster as depicted. The combination of these technologies provides a total solution which was already presented even in the United Nations.
So, the industrial effluents will be filtered through this sand filter and will be collected in tank 1, which will be later subjected to the reaction chamber 1 for the removal of all heavy metals in a single step. After this process, the filtered water will be collected in tank 2, which through the peristaltic pump, the water will be subjected to the reaction chamber 2 for the decontamination of all organic pollutants. This is purely a photochemical reaction which will occur around 20 minutes to half an hour for efficient decontamination. After this process, the purified water will be collected in tank 3. The peristaltic pump in tank 3 will force water to come into the reaction chamber 3 for the removal of all forms of arsenic, fluorides and chromates. After this process, the filtered water will be coming through the microfilter and will be collected in tank 4, and this water will be suitable for household purpose and agricultural purpose.
Now with this ODD system, we are ready to purify the effluents thrown into the Ganges on regular basis.
Thank you very much again for your pitch video, and it was at least for me a great pleasure to also see your prototype. Well, I can see both of you, Nirai, as well as Shankar, are here on our stage. I will time the next 30 seconds, and the stage is yours.
Hello. The industrial effluent subjected to the wastewater bodies uh, causes severe threats to the environment and aquatic life. Normally, the organic contaminants of the wastewater, including cyanides, phenols, etc., are treated with biological means. However, the efficiency of those microbes are seriously compromised with the extreme variation of the temperature as in the Indian condition. Moreover, the presence of the heavy metals and fluorides, arsenic, and chromates pollutants are not efficiently treated as such. Here we have developed a tandem technology for simultaneous and cost-effective treatment of organic and inorganic contaminants with reasonable high efficiency of 90 to 95% as illustrated in the video. Thank you.
Thank you, Nirai, for your introduction here to the Q&A session and your pitch. And let's get the same procedure started as with the other ones. And I can see, Niti, your sound seems to be working. Perfect. We're curious to hear your first question here.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly.
Yeah, okay, that's great. Thanks for the great presentation. I have a couple of questions. Can you talk a little bit about the stability and the reusability of the catalyst? And secondly, what is the efficiency for the of the system towards pathogens and micropollutants?
Thank you for your question, Niti, and I'm also curious to hear the answer here by the team on our stage. It seems to be that Shankar is unmuted. Oh, now we can hear you.
Hello?
Perfect, you're audible now.
Yes, am I audible?
Perfectly.
Yes, okay, thank you. So yes, I'd like to talk about something about the efficiency, the individual efficiency of all the columns are mentioned in our pitch to be ranging from like 90 to 99%. And therefore the minimum overall efficiency of our prototype should be like 90 to 95%. And yes, and the second part about consistency. Yes, the consistency, we have repeatedly used our prototype for more than 20 cycles, whereas individual columns are used several times and without any significant loss of efficiency. More specifically, after 50 cycles of individual columns, our efficiency stands for like 98% of initial.
Thank you very much for a sharp answer from your side. And then I think we're ready for the next question by the judges here. Linda, you're invited to go next.
Thank you, and also thank you to the team for this fantastic pitch, and having a prototype to see this in real life is amazing to put some pictures behind your idea. What I'm actually curious about is what would be your next steps moving forward? Have you potentially reached out to some users already, or are planning to go in collaboration to bring this prototype further and scale up your solution?
Right now, actually, due to this COVID situation, we don't have any collaboration right now. Like we just made fabricated a lab setup demo, which was presented in the video. And yeah, for the further modification, we are like we can modify more. Like we can separate the oily waters as well, and of course we can add some features like more organic pollutants can be detoxified. There's only one column for detoxification of organic column, which is the second one, which we call the design actually. And we can modify that one. Then and that will also help for the separation of oil suspensions and like other colloidal particles. Yeah, we are thinking to modify that further.
Excuse me. I would like to just add some points regarding this question. So we are already about to register one company through AIC BHU. And we have already talked to, there is one complete style laboratory in Bangalore. So we have also, we are in communication with him, and we are, once we develop, then soon we are ready to collaborate with.
Perfect. Thank you, Nidai, for doing the outro also of the Q&A session here. A great answer again. And I would like to thank you for joining our stage here, and of course also for showcasing your idea and sharing your thoughts as well as your visions. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
That already leads me over to the outro here. So this was our last pitch. And of course, my biggest thank goes to the student teams, but also to our judges here. So thank you very much, all to the 5 of you for joining our jury today. And not only that, but of course also for taking the time to read through the blog post, and also some of you mentoring the student teams. And we are very excited and curious here at our end to receive your scoring tonight and see who you will have selected as finalist as the Best Pitch Award and also for the Acceleration Awards, which will then all be together announced at the finals. So thank you very much. It was a pleasure having you here on our stage. Great. Before I will hand back over here to Marie, who will then close the session, I'm also very excited now to give the stage again to Pinan. And as I said, who not only is representing here NITI Aayog, but who has also been very closely interacting and mentoring some of the teams, since he has been the challenge representative of NITI Aayog. So Dr. Pinan, the stage is yours, and we are excited to hear your talk.
Thank you, Levke. First, congratulations to all those who participated and shared your ideas, because getting to this stage itself is a winner. So winning or losing is not important at this stage, because this international stage is very, very important in your career, and it will just go upwards. There's no going down from here. So congratulations to all who have participated. And it's my duty to also congratulate the different stakeholders and partners for organizing such an event, especially with Indian collaborators. Beginning, the issue is water is a very big issue, and India is seeing a lot of issues and concerns on the water, as we saw in the slides. And so we need multidisciplinary and holistic approaches, which the students and the other teams have very rightfully put it down. And given India has the youngest population in the world, it is very encouraging to see, as a young academic, so many young scientists and young people presenting their ideas on water and showing their concern for water. They're very sensitive that the water issues are there, and how can they add to resolving these issues. So I would urge everyone to keep working on this novel approach. It is a very, very important scenario. It can make or break a nation in terms of development. So if we continue this process of engaging with the water sector, both scientifically, academically, and also entrepreneur, like most of you are going to become, it is very, very important. And with that, I also wanted to stress that what I do, because Lev K was asking what I do, is also important to showcase. What we do is also that we discuss a lot of rural water issues. As someone presented today, there's farmer suicides and stuff. So we established a data lab for water, especially for rural India, where the monitoring is very low compared to other regions. And this is across the world. Rural regions have less water data. So your ideas, whatever you presented today, given the cost, I'm saying, but the technology is there. So if the technology could be made affordable, think those terms and think how you could make people buy it. And that can actually lead to a successful business model, and also a good scientific novel approach where the government will buy the data and resolve these issues. With this, I think my 3 minutes are over, so I would thank everyone for giving this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much, Dr. Pinan. And I know that you have been very involved since the beginning. What we're also trying to do here is to combine all the collective knowledge, both going across borders, but also the excitement to support some of these ideas going forward. So we hope that, again, this is not the end, but this is much more about the beginning of a joint collaboration going forward. We are also very much appreciating that NITI Aayog have been a key partner from the beginning, setting the stage for the semifinals of exactly this track that we're live streaming now. So for the final closing remark before I will take the stage in the very end, I would like to welcome Ishita Agrawal, the Program Director of Atal Innovation Mission, to just have a few closing remarks from your perspective on what has been the experience also from the semifinals here. Ishita, the stage is yours.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And namaste to everyone. A very good evening from India. Hope all of you are safe in these challenging times. I'm Ishita Agrawal, Director at Atal Innovation Mission, NITI Aayog, Government of India, and I've been representing the government as we joined hands with Innovation Center Denmark, part of the Royal Danish Embassy in India, to launch the national level search for cost-effective next generation water innovations. And after looking at all the pitches today, I think that entire effort was totally worth it. Personally speaking, it was very heartening to see so many, a wide variety of solutions coming from different parts of the country and also outside the country, and all of them trying to mitigate the risk of water that we face in India today. And not just in India, it's actually a global problem. But what was more heartening was the fact that all the solutions are coming from young people, and some of them taking on very well-established large companies with their products and solutions. So my hearty congratulations to all the teams to have reached this stage. And it's also great to see the transformation in some of the pitches, because we've been following their journey right from the beginning, and we've seen them pitch to us when we selected the teams from a total of about close to 700 applications that had come to us. And we will continue to support all the teams and help them make progress with their products and solutions. And whenever they're ready and tested, try and connect them with the private sector or the government authorities as the fit may be. So I wish all the best of luck to all the teams to keep doing their good work, to continue doing this, because this is the need of the hour for India and for the country. And before I end, I would definitely want to thank Dr. Pennan, Mr. Nandkumar, Dr. Chintan Vaishnav, and the Atal Innovation Mission for constantly supporting us. And of course, our partners in crime, ICDK and DTU, for working with us through the pandemic. The Water Congress was postponed because of COVID, and then this event was taken and made completely virtual. So thank you for working very closely with us and making this possible. And I totally look forward to the global finals, and wishing everyone good luck once again. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ishita. And taking you on your last note, on Tuesday, the 18th of May, we're hosting the finals. The jury has the tough job now to identify and score who will be the two finalists of the semifinal today, but there will also be a number of other announcements of who is winning the Acceleration Award and the best pitch. So, of course, all of you, including all the student teams, are invited, and we hope to see you at the finals on the 18th of May. We will also have it live streamed, publicly available on the website. So we will encourage all of you to share that with the family, friends, and colleagues who could be interested of joining in, and also have the opportunity to provide acceleration time there. I want to thank all of you for taking part in the semifinals now. For the last 15 minutes, we will now close the virtual stage and invite you back to the lounge where you started on AirMeet, for those of you that are participating in the AirMeet session. And you will have the opportunity to have more like an informal networking and conversation with each of the teams there. So I hope you will stay tuned for the next 15 minutes, be able to interact with the teams. And you're also very welcome to join the next semifinals that will also start in 15 minutes, which will be looking at the partnership between LE34 and Gada Water Company. So I hope that those of you interested will join that. So we'll say thank you here from DTU Skylab. Thanks to all of you. We'll close the live stage now and enjoy the lounge and the informal conversations in just a moment. And see you at the finals.